The salvation of all beings. The traditional view was that a long period of spiritual discipleship in the Pure Land was necessary before one could attain supreme enlightenment. But Shinran taught that the person of Shinjin attains Buddhahood at the moment of death, having become free from karmic limitations. Moreover, Shinran reinterprets the term Rai, which traditionally referred to the Buddha's coming to welcome the faithful at the moment of death. The true meaning of Amita's coming is that the Tathagata makes beings come to the Pure Land, rejecting the defiled land and aspiring for the true, fulfilled land. Further, Rai means to return, which is to attain supreme enlightenment without fail, having entered the ocean of the vow. This is returning to the city of Dharma nature, where a person also experiences true reality or suchness, the uncreated or Dharma body, emancipation, eternal bliss of Dharma nature, and supreme enlightenment. But this return again focuses on this samsaric world. Quote, when persons attain this enlightenment with great love and great compassion, immediately reaching their fullness in them, they return to the ocean of birth and death to save all sentient beings. This is known as attaining the virtue of Bodhisattva Samantabhadra. To attain this benefit is come, that is, to return to the city of Dharma nature. Close quote. According to Shinran, the goal of the Pure Land tradition is to return into the samsaric world to work for the salvation of all beings. This is precisely the Bodhisattva ideal of Mahayana Buddhism, contained in the concept of the nirvana of no abode, where one gains non-dichotomous wisdom, which is synonymous with prajnaparamita, so that all barriers between samsara and nirvana are lifted. The Bodhisattva experiences these contradictory opposites as a unitary reality, which is the ground for the manifestation of wisdom and compassion. Wisdom, delivering people from samsara for entry into nirvana, and compassion, freeing them from nirvana for involvement in samsara. The same relationship holds between our karma-bound world and the Pure Land of freedom for the person of Shinjin, who has plumbed the depths of Buddha's wisdom and compassion by virtue of the primal vow. Essentially, the Bodhisattva serves all beings without discrimination, and the benefits of his or her deed are shared equally by all, including himself, due to the all-inclusive nature of non-dichotomous wisdom. Shinran expresses the same understanding, having been grasped by Amita and having attained the non-retrogressive stage of the Bodhisattva. Thus he could say that all beings are fathers and mothers, brothers and sisters in the timeless process of birth and death. Ultimately, the Shinjin of other power manifests the central concern of Mahayana Buddhism, as summarized by Shinran. Quote, Bodhisattva Vasubandhu declares that this true and real Shinjin is none other than the aspiration to become a Buddha. This is the great thought of enlightenment of the Pure Land. This aspiration for Buddhahood is none other than the wish to save all beings. The wish to save all beings is the wish to carry all beings across the great ocean of birth and death. This Shinjin is the aspiration to bring all beings to the attainment of supreme nirvana. It is the heart of great love and great compassion. This Shinjin is Buddha nature, and Buddha nature is Tathagata. Close quote. Thus, the aspiration to be born in the Pure Land is not some kind of world-weary escapism, nor religious sentimentality. Rather, it becomes the most powerful expression of bodhisattvic compassion, the most enduring form of universal care and concern. In spite of its depth and scope, however, Shinjin is still an awareness in the foolish being, who himself can never cherish the wish to save all beings in the true sense, because of his or her karmic limitations. Shinjin definitely contains the wisdom of Buddha, but it is clouded by ignorance. Here we have the paradox that some measure of compassion comes through the awareness of the foolish being who admits his or her total incapacity for good, Or, in the words of Shinran, quote, compassion in the Pure Land path should be understood as first attaining Buddhahood quickly through saying the Nembutsu, and with the mind of great love and great compassion, freely benefiting sentient beings as one wishes. Only saying the Nembutsu, then, is the mind of great compassion that is thoroughgoing. Close quote.